Hey guys, Southern Astro Hunter here, and I'm going to show you a processing tutorial today. I'm not the best at processing, I'm just going to say that up front. I am very new to this. I've only really been doing astrophotography for probably 6 months, but I know that watching other people process really helped me. I've kind of come up with my own technique, and it does work, but I'm always open for comments on how I can improve. So comment down below if you do have any improvements. If not, follow along, see if you enjoy it. You will need a couple of plugins for this. First one being Astro Tools. So to get that one, it's just here at this website, Pro Digital Software. I'll pop the link down in the description. You do have to pay for it, but it's lifetime. Like, that's it for life, and I do use it quite a bit. There's a lot of different things you can use. The ones I mainly use are space noise reduction, deep space noise reduction, and color blotch reduction. There are a couple of other ones I've played around with, but they're the main ones. You will also need RC Astro's Gradient Exterminator and Star Exterminator. So if you go over here to RC Astro, again this will be in the description. Down the bottom here we've got Star Exterminator, Gradient Exterminator, Star Shrink, depending on what you want, but these two are the ones we're going to use today. Alright, so once you've got yourself the plugins, pretty easy to install. There's some instructions on their websites on how to do that, but you pretty much just drag and drop them into your plugins folder. So what you're going to do first up, we're going to want to work out what the darkest point of the photo is and the lightest point of the photo. So we come over here to our color sampler tool, making sure it's selected, zoom in on your image, pick a dark looking spot. Come over here, zoom in on your image and pick a very light spot, which I usually choose the blue stars, because as you can see compared to these ones, they're definitely brighter. Alright, now we look up top here, and wow, that's rare for all of these numbers to be the same, but okay, we'll go with it. So once you've done that, it's obviously going to break your channels down into red, green and blue. Usually these are not going to all be the same. So for example, if say this is 6, this is 2, this is 3, what you want to do now is come up to image, adjustment and levels. And let's just pretend this was 6, we would drag this slider up until, as you can see over there, that number's moving, it's now 0, until it was the same as the rest. We want all of these the same. So once you've dragged your darkest point slider up for all your different channels and they equal the same, go OK. I'm going to come back up here, image, adjustments, levels again. Same goes for the lightest point of the photo, which is this slider here. So we'll select our red, just say it needed to come up to 140, you would adjust it like that. And same for the green and same for the blue. Whichever one is highest to begin with is the one that you want to match the other two to. So say if red right now was 250 and these were both 237, I would want to adjust the green and the blue channel to equal red at 250. Once you've got all of those the same, the next step over here, I'm going to right click on this, duplicate layer, and call it stretch 1. And now what we're going to do once you've got that layer, image, adjustments and curves, this is going to be our first image stretch. So what we want to do, we want to pull this up slightly, which is going to bring out the light parts of our image. We don't want to pull it up too far, we don't want it doing that along the top, just enough so about like that. So that's stretch 1. We're going to go again. Curves, pull it up once more. That's nice. We'll go again. As we can see, our nebula rosette is starting to come through. It's looking great. Now we can see here that these numbers are slightly off. I mean, one's not very off, but it is a little. So we'll just make sure we can bring those back down. We'll drop the red. We'll drop the green to match. And same with the blue. We'll just bring that one also down to 9. Alright, now we're going to stretch again. So same thing, image, adjustments and curves. I'm going to stretch it up. You can really start to see our nebula coming in now. We'll stretch once more. Stretch it up. Alright, it's looking really good right now. Back up here, adjustments and levels. We're going to do that again where we bring these down, bring that to 19. So you want to bring it as close as you can to where the colour starts to develop, because if you bring it too far in, it's going to get rid of the colour, and you don't want to do that. You want to keep as much colour in as you can. Some of the channels are going to be closer to the side than the others, so you just need to work on which is which. So if I come back up to the red, that's pretty close. This could come down slightly more, like that. That comes down to 14. 14. And 14. I may do one more stretch on this, just to bring out that extra colour. So let's go again. That's pretty good. I like that. And then lastly, we'll come back up here to levels and bring that down slightly. Alright. Now what we're going to do, this one takes a little bit, so I will pause the video and come back once it's finished. But what I want to do, duplicate this layer. Name it Starless. Duplicate it again. Now we're going to come up to Filter. RC Astro, this is where you need it. Star Exterminator. Go OK. It'll start to do its thing. I'll let it do its thing and I'll come back. Alright. Wow. So as you can see, it's finished doing its star removal. And it looks amazing. I'm pretty happy with that. So what we're going to do, we're going to copy and paste that one again. So we're going to make this one invisible. Click on our other starless photo. Change this to subtract. This will give you stars only, which is pretty neat. Now we're going to merge it down. We're going to pull it up. Now we're going to change this again to linear dodge add. Very important. And now when we make this one visible again, we can go no stars, we can go both, or we can go stars only. So now we can work on these layers individually. What I'm going to do with this one, so we will stretch it once more without the stars just to see. So back up to image, adjustments, curves, little stretch. That'll probably do it. We don't want to blow the center out. Now we just come back over here, levels, pull that down slightly. As you can see here, we do have a gradient. There's a bit of green, there's a bit of purple. That is where this next one really comes into play. So what you want to do, come over to your lasso tool, lasso all around the outside of where the nebula is. Right click, select inverse, head up to filter, RC Astro Gradient Exterminator. I will just say, when you select inverse, it's selecting everything other than the nebula that you have wanted to leave out. Now I leave this on medium and medium and just go OK, and then you let it do its magic. Bang. Sorted. It has gotten rid of that gradient. As you can see, it's looking pretty damn good. Pop those stars back in. There's still a little gradient, but we can run it again. What I also want to do, I'm just going to get the lasso tool again, come around this, like that. We're going to go to image, we're going to go to adjustment, vibrance. We'll turn this up slightly, and turn this one up slightly. 10 and 10. You don't need much. That might even be too much, to be honest. There we go. Just to add a little bit of extra colour in there. We don't need anything further. Alright, we don't want the image looking unnatural. So I'm just going to get my starless layer up now, which I'm going to rename to stars so we don't get confused. Stars. Alright. Now, I like to reduce the stars, hence why I do it this way. So I'm going to come up to image, adjustments and curves, and I'm just going to turn this down slightly, which as you can see, dull the stars out. So when I click on this, nice. They're just a little less, which is what we want. I will need to fix this gradient again though, as we can see, it just didn't quite work. So get rid of that star layer, keep our starless layer here. Again, do what we did before with our lasso tool. grab around the outside of the nebula. I might even be a bit more specific here. There we go. And then again, select inverse. Come back up to filter, RC Astro, gradient exterminator. Go again. That's better. Much better. Alright. We can add the stars back in. I'm liking the look of this. So what I do want to do, add the stars in, keep our other ones, why not? I will crop it down slightly just to get rid of those rough edges. So we'll just come along like that. And up to image, crop. There we go. Now to have some fun with this, as I said before, there's not many I use, but I am going to do space noise reduction, which just literally gets rid of the noise in your photo. Space noise to be exact, and then the deep space noise reduction gets rid of noise on your nebulas, which I'll do next. So that's finished. Run this one next. Great. That's done. Last one is color blotch reduction. Click that, get that going. Alright, so we finished running those. Next up, we're going to go to our lasso tool. We're going to grab all of this. And we're going to go to filter, sharpen, smart sharpen. And only very slightly I'm going to sharpen it. So as you can see, it goes from that to that. It's just very faint. But it's definitely going to bring out that detail in there, which is what we want. Alright, after we've done that, we can pretty much add our stars back in now. I do like to merge down now, since I finished with playing with my layers, just so it's not as a bigger file. Now, we'll head back over here. I will do one more sharpen of the whole entire image. I like my stars to be quite sharp. We'll just turn it down slightly. There we go. I'm happy with that. Alright, and there you have it. Here's our final image of Rosette. Very quick tutorial. Obviously, you can put a lot more time into this and perfect it, but I'm pretty happy with that so far. You can save yourself a starless image too. I mean, it's very, very pretty. You know, if I just go back a couple of steps, you can easily just have your starless image there, you know, ready to go, which is awesome. But yeah, if you enjoyed this, let me know in the comments down below. I'll be posting some more processing tutorials. As I said, I'm no master, but it seems to work for me, and I'm pretty happy with how it turns out. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribed, and stay around for the next video.